Welcome to another session, boys and girls. I'm your teacher, Ms. Shamsuddin, and today we would be looking at inverted commas. Now, do you know what inverted commas are? Well, the inverted commas are a pair of uplifted commas used to show direct speech, or as we say, the direct words spoken by someone. Let's take a look at what the inverted commas look like. Can you see that? Now you see those dots in the middle. Those would represent the words spoken by someone. We'll learn a little more as we go into our lesson. Now another name, or maybe a more popular one used for inverted commas, is quotation marks. So we can say inverted commas or quotation marks. They're the same. Let's explore how we use inverted commas in our writing. We put the actual words that someone said in inverted commas. For example, "Remember to do your homework," said Miss Peters to her class. Now, when you look at that sentence, ask yourself, who is the person speaking in the sentence? If we look and read carefully, we would see "said Miss Peters," which therefore tells us that Miss Peters was speaking. Who was she speaking to? She was speaking to her class. What did she say? Remember to do your homework. And so those are the words we place in quotation marks or inverted commas. The next point or rule to remember: always start with a capital letter, even if the inverted commas are used in the middle or at the end of a sentence. It means whatever the person would have said, the first word in the inverted commas should be capitalized. Here is an example. Miss Peters entered the class and said, "Hello, everyone." Again, we know that Miss Peters is speaking to her class. What did she say? "Hello, everyone." Hello being the first word that Miss Peters spoke begins with a capital letter. Let's look at another example for this rule. John looked at his brother and said, "You should do your chores before Mom gets home." Let's read that again. John looked at his brother and said, "You should do your chores before Mom gets home." Who is speaking in this sentence? John looked at his brother and said. And so we know that John is speaking, and he's speaking directly to his brother. The next question we ask is, what did John say? "You should do your chores before Mom gets home." Those were the direct words spoken by John. And so we therefore put them in the inverted commas, and we begin the first word in that statement with a capital letter. Now, direct speech in the inverted commas should be separated from the other part of the sentence by using a comma, unless it's a case where a full stop, a question mark, or even an exclamation mark must be used. Let's read that important rule again. Direct speech, which are placed in the inverted commas, should be separated from the other part of the sentence by using a comma, unless it's a case where a full stop, question mark, or even an exclamation mark must be used. Here are a few examples. "Are you okay?" asked Sarah. "Are you okay?" asked Sarah. In this sentence, we see that the direct words spoken by Sarah is in the form of a question, and therefore it should end with a question mark. Sarah is asking someone, "Are you okay?" And so before the last set of inverted commas, we have our question mark. "I am okay," said Ken. "I am okay," said Ken. In this example, Ken is speaking. "I am okay." Ken is making a statement. And so, we end that with the full stop. Please look carefully and notice that the punctuation mark comes before the last set of inverted commas. "Awesome," said Sarah. "Awesome," said Sarah. So here we see that Sarah made an exclamation. Awesome. And therefore, an exclamation mark is placed after the word awesome before the last set of inverted commas. Now it is important to know that inverted commas are used a lot when writing plays or dialogues or showing the conversation between two or more persons. So for instance, the movies that you see or a play that you might go to look at a concert, the actors and actresses in their rehearsal, they follow a script and they know line by line what they have to say directly because those are in inverted commas. So let's look at this conversation. "Are you going to the show?" Amy asked Ted. "I am not sure," he replied. "I think you should go," said Amy. "I'll think about it," Ted responded softly. Now here we see in this conversation, it is between Amy and Ted. But take note, we do not have everything that Amy said in the same line, nor do we have everything that Ted said together. If you look carefully, you will realize that every time Amy spoke, it was written in a new line, and the same was done for Ted. It also helps you as the reader to see the order in which they spoke. We can count how many times Amy spoke. We can count how many times Ted spoke. We can even say who spoke first in the conversation or who started the conversation. We can also find who ended the conversation or who last spoke in the conversation. Now that we have looked at all those rules for using inverted commas, let's do this activity. I am happy you are here, said Sue. I am happy you are here, said Sue. Now, can you say where we need to put our inverted commas? Remember, first ask yourself, who is speaking? Yes, Sue. And what were the words spoken by Sue? Or what is it that Sue said? Sue said, I am happy you're here. Those were the words spoken by Sue, and so we place those words between the inverted commas, or as we can say, the quotation marks. Here's another one for you to do. Alice said, hurry up and get dressed, or else we'll be late. Alice said, hurry up and get dressed, or else we'll be late. Again, ask yourself, who is speaking? And what did Alice say? Now take a few seconds and see the words that should be placed in the inverted commas. Now again, ask yourself, who is speaking? Yes, Alice is speaking in this sentence. And what did Alice say? Hurry up and get dressed, or else we'll be late. So, hurry up and get dressed, or else we'll be late are the direct words spoken by Alice. So again, we place those words in the inverted commas or between the inverted commas. But don't forget to place the necessary punctuation marks before the last inverted commas. So let's recap a little. When do we use inverted commas? Or why do we use inverted commas? Why are inverted commas important? We put the actual or direct words spoken by someone in inverted commas. We also learn that we always start whatever was said with a capital letter, even if the inverted commas are used in the middle or at the end of the sentence. We also learn that direct speech in the inverted commas should be separated from the other part of the sentence by using a comma or, in other cases, a full stop, a question mark, or even an exclamation mark. So you need to be careful. You need to write your sentence. You need to read it over and check to see if all your punctuation marks are in place and if you would have placed your inverted commas correctly. Well, boys and girls, this brings us to the end of another session of the Literacy Ladder. We have learned how important inverted commas are in writing, and especially where there is a dialogue or a conversation between two or more persons. Be sure to look in your language text and find some more practice activities that you can do. Continue to be good and stay safe. See you next time.